What's happening, everybody? Happy friggin' not Friday. Happy, what is it? Monday? Is today Monday? What day is this? What day is this? Scrolling, and clicking. Boom. Now we're officially live. Brought to us once again by the finest cigars on the planet, Alec Bradley Cigars. How's everybody doing? I'm doing great. I'm not even concerned slightly about being 40. Don't love it. Don't love the number. When I was a kid, 40 meant you were old. And I think my parents probably, they kept saying they were 39 again every year. So I blame them. But I'm not struggling in the least bit. I'm totally okay with it. I'm totally fine. But it is a big birthday. I think 40 is a big birthday. In some ways I still feel 17, and in other ways I feel 70. But I'm 40. 40 friggin' 40. Wow. The time has gone so fast. But here's to another 40 more plus. WJK, thank you, dude. Thank you, Christine. Jason Watson in the house, thank you. Ophidian, thank you so much. Greetings, Bourbon Supernova, thank you. Wendy Miller is here. My mom says, my baby is 40, happy birthday. I am 40. 40 years ago, you gave birth to this. And oh, thank you, local yokel. I don't look a day over 39. That's super nice of you to say. Somebody the other day thought I was 50. 50. 50. Plus. Minimum 50. That hurt. That did hurt a little bit. Bob Belkovex in the house. Scott Hayes. E. Burke. Mauricio Pastines. Thank you. Bourbon Bossman. Scott Hayes. Dave Renstrom. Renstrom to Ownstrom, if you know what I mean. What's up, Dave? Happy 40th birthday. 5 years ago, Dave? 40 friggin' 5. Yikes. 45 seems younger than 40 for some reason. Probably till I get to 45. Joey B's here. Jim Selly. What's up, Jim? How are you doing? Nice to see you in here. I did cross the 40 border, Porter. Yes. Scott Hayes. My God, Dustin is in the house. Ben Chrisman, thank you. You do not have any spankings, Sean. You keep them to yourself. You keep them to yourself. Christian, birthday, Matt. I turned 40 the August before last, and it was a blast. Every decade has been better than the last. Wishing the same for you. Hells yeah. Hopefully the 40s are the friggin' bomb. You know? Just the greatest. Just the great. What? 1 second. Children. I'm back. There's an earring malfunction. She had an earring malfunction. And I looked over, and she was just standing there like this. So, did I fix the problem? Halfway. We fixed it halfway. Didn't quite fix it all the way, but we fixed it halfway. To the point where she's no longer hurting. So I am 40, yes. I'm 40. Oh yeah! That's more Boss Man Randy Savage. My brain is getting worse by the day. What's up, Jeff? How's it going? Chris is here. Adam McIntyre up in his house. Paul Hawks, Donald88, Josh Reynolds, Nick Altman. All right, I'm scrolling down. Thank you, everyone, for the birthday wishes. Happy birthday, Dad. Thank you, Cameron. Son, you son of a bitch. I love you. Oh, man. Sorry I had to run off for a minute. But we are back. That's right. Cheers to all the veterans in the chat. If you're out there, thank you so much for everything you do. We basically owe everything to you guys and gals. If you weren't sacrificing for our country, then we wouldn't have one. So, sincerely thank you for everything you do and for putting everything out there. I know it means a lot to me and my family. I know it means everything to everyone in chat as well, and everyone across the nation. We can't say thank you enough. I wish that you were treated much better and that you got so much more. I think that our people serving in our armed forces and our veterans deserve the absolute best from our country, and I hope that changes soon. It sucks. But thank you, everyone, for everything you do. My youngest thought it was Veterinarians Day. And I had to explain to her that although we do love veterinarians, it was not Veterinarians Day. She kept saying Veterinarians Day, though. Your teeth don't look a day over 5 months. You son of a bitch, Joe. Son of a bitch. They're not, but hey, I should get the new ones. The new ones are gonna be soon. Get the finals very soon. I didn't sneeze and explode. My kids had a friggin' issue, okay, with the earrings. She was brushing her hair and she got messed with her earring somehow. That's what happens. I got the balloons back there. Is that backward? Oh, no, it says 40. You can see it say 40. Carissa got me balloons that say 40. That was nice of her. She's been teasing me all day about being 40. So that's nice. Let's start off the evening. This Jimmy's 70th anniversary. America. I owe this thank you to son of a bitch. I need to start writing things down immediately. A patron messaged me and asked if I had been to a Sam's Club in a town around here, and I said no. And apparently they had these. Well, guess who went to Sam's Club yesterday? My wife. And she found these still. So I got a couple of the Wild Turkey Jimmy Russell's 70th anniversary release, 8-year. And damn it, it is good. It is good. Adam McIntyre, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. That's very nice of you. What a guy. What a guy, that Adam McIntyre. Gobble gobble, Eric Farrar. Yeah. Thank you, Jay Vaughn. You're the legend. You're the legend. Tonight, on this live stream, we are going to talk about top 40 best bourbons of all time that have graced my hands in bottle form. Not things I've tasted or things that I've had a sample of or had a pour of, but no. Top 40 bottles that I've owned at one point, that I've owned at a certain point throughout this crazy adventure. I've been spending the last 3 days trying to come up with a list and thinking hard about this. Thinking hard. Shower thinking. And if you know anything about shower thoughts, it's where you think of the best stuff. Usually not remembering things, but just thinking of cool things that you'll never do. And that's what I put my mind to it in the shower. Just scrubbing and thinking. Just lathering, rinsing, and repeating. And thinking. And lathering and rinsing and repeating. And thinking. Over and over. Man, that smells good. I hope that the 8-year that they come out with... Is my mic's right there. The new 8-year that they come out with, the standard release, is this good. Who knows? I think these barrels were selected by Jimmy himself. Or by those around him who knew what he would like best. But yeah, these come out amazing. For $50. Hello. So I tried to think of all the bottles that I've ever had. And then I tried to place them in an order that made sense. And I think for the most part that happened. Did I forget any bottles that I've once owned? Maybe. But if I did, does that make them not as special? Sort of. But also maybe not. People have bad memories, including me. Especially me. So there may be a bottle or two that have snuck through the cracks that if anybody remembers at the end of this, they're like, dude, what about that? Then I'll be like, shit, you're right. But I think I got them all. Pretty sure. Top 40. Did you get as much snow as us here? No. We did not get... We got but a dusting of snow. Just a dusting. Which is nice. I know you travel up the hill in either direction. There's going to be snow. But no, we didn't get anything. Really, we didn't get any snow at all. It was nice. Everyone is saying the 70th is so good. Is it good compared to 101? Good for $50? Or good like it'll compete with the best value bourbons of the year? I think it's probably the best value bourbon of the year. It's for $50. It is... I'm trying to think. For a $50 bottle. What are other $50 bottles that you think would compete? I mean, even Old Forester 1920 isn't $50 anymore. I think it's probably the best $50 bottle you can buy right now. Racking my brain. If I got in the shower, I would be better at this, but thinking heavily and hard. It's a damn good whiskey. Like, you smell it and you go, oh, that's... Where'd I put it? That is dark cherries and oak, and... I mean, this is what I would hope that 101 would be. And moving forward with the 8-year age statement they're slapping on it, hopefully that's what 101 is. But no, I'm not just saying it's good for 101. I'm saying that's a really, really good bourbon. And I'm very happy that they kept the price down. I was trying to get $80 for the 70th bottle. Told me to kick rocks. I thought you were a really unhealthy 28-year-old guy. You look great for 40. Thanks, Max. It's very nice of you. Really, really nice of you. No, I did not. I've still no drones. No drones have been delivered or even commented on. Pretty sure that my drone, as far as I know, is still perched upon the roof of Warehouse A. Unless somebody got it and didn't tell me. But I have the controller for it. I'm not sure if... You could probably buy a new controller for it. But if they powered it on, I wonder if I would get a message. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I've been promoted, almost fired, and promoted again because of shower thinking. Right? Yeah, shower thoughts. Shower thoughts are great. I don't know why you think better in the shower, but you just do. Cameron, I don't own a bottle. I've never owned a bottle of GTS 09, but that was a damn good, amazing pour for sure. Green River Full Proof, New Riff Single Barrel. I prefer the 8-year 101, the 70th anniversary over a Green River Full Proof. The standard release of that, yes. New Riff Single Barrel, yeah. I mean, the single barrels from New Riff are going to be different, so who knows. But if those three were sitting on a shelf, the Wild Turkey 70th would be gone first. If those were the whiskeys I had to choose from to drink, the Turkey would be gone before the other two for show. 70th versus Russell's Reserve LLME. America. So I started bowling left-handed after I hurt my right hand, and then today I decided that it'd be a great idea for me to try two-handed bowling left-handed, meaning the left hand fingers are in the ball, only two, and then whoosh. And let me tell you, my left bicep now is badly hurting. Which reminds me that both of my shoulders and arms were hurting when I was lifting and stuff last year. I'm wondering if it's just hurting because I'm using it, like it hasn't been used, or if it's hurting because that tendon's about to go snap. Who's to say? We'll find out. I'll let you guys know. The LLME smells ridiculous. The LLME is just like an oak lover's dream. The Turkey 101 8-year, 70th anniversary Jimmy Russell thingy, is slightly less oak, but a bunch of cherry added to it. So depending on which way you lean for the nose. Oh man. The nose on the LLME 10-year is great. But the palate falls short. The palate is good, but it is lacking. It is pretty flat. It is good, and the oak tannins come through very prominently, but the the Wild Turkey 70th is more full-bodied on the palate. You get the nose of the 10-year and the palate of the 101. That's what we would do. But I think that the 70th takes that as well, just because the 10-year is lacking a bit on the palate. 90 proof, so 11 proof points less. Does it compare to Blade and Bow? I haven't had a new Blade and Bow in a long ass time. I've got one old bottle of it down there, but it's almost not fair to even try it because it's from years ago. It's from my Blade and Bow is from 2019 maybe? 2020? Somewhere in there. So who knows? No Track Hawk. Got a pair of hiking boots. Went out and got them muddy today. 11 here will arrive for $450. Sheesh. So expensive. Left-handed bowling is great because you get so much lane oil. Yes, agreed. If I got really good at left-handed bowling, I'd probably stick with it. But right now, I am significantly worse left-handed, to the point where every time I leave a league, I'm bummed. I'm really bummed. Which LLME is it? We're going past the LLME. We're getting further into the laser coach. Sheesh. Who are you, Cameron friggin' Leach? Drums and drams in here, just begging for more numbers. Gotta find the damn thing. LLME 200 or 20Q. Really got to get it. No, LLME 200841. 200841. 2024. So it's May 20th, 2024. May 20th is the date on it. Happy birthday, man. Hope your mother-in-law got something good for your birthday. Mine just gives me a headache. Boom. Mother-in-law roasted joke. I think she Venmo'd my wife some money for me, so looks like my wife's got my birthday money. Just let her keep it. Why is the MMLE why is the code sought after? It's apparently they used older stocks of barrels in it, so it's, I mean, it smells much older than the standard 10-year. Smelling them side by side is not, they're not really comparable. LLME 17 versus LLME 20 is different. What makes those different? So that means their bottling date was the 17th, and then the 20th. Is that what's happening there? Sheesh. You got 20. Good one. Oh, nice. Oh, got the good. Hells yeah. Reading has gone out the window a long time ago, but it's mostly thinking. The reading's all right. It's just the brain processing what goes in my mouth. What's up, Jeffrey Whack? Hells yeah. Freaking the Whack attack is back. 70th versus Beam Winter Reserve. I don't know where the hell I put the Beam Winter Reserve. It should be floor whiskey at this point. Oh yeah, it's right here. So we're still talking about oh shit, this is 86 proof. So we're even dropping the proof lower and younger. Or is this 8 years? No, 6 years. 6 years finished in new toasted white oak barrels. No, it's okay. 100% the wild turkey. The wild turkey takes the cake 100%. This does smell really good though for a $25 bottle of whiskey. Hell yeah. I want to mix the Devil's Cut with the Winter Reserve and make a Winter Devil or a Winter Cut or a Reserve Cut. Yeah. Cam, the man who started it all. That's funny. Rocks glass for the win. I hate drinking from a Glen. Do you get much of a nose off of a rocks glass? I don't. I can smell it in here. And this isn't even a bad rocks glass. It's a friggin' amazing. Look at that. Read it and weep, kids. Look at that. Come on. Come on, focus. Still tastes good. But not quite there. These aren't Glens, these are whiskey glasses. Glens are weak sauce. I have not tried the 2024 Garrison Brothers Cowboy Bourbon. I have not. Oh, Sean. Happy birthday, you beautiful biatch. Dude, Sean, in your video today, thank you for the super chat, by the way. That's super nice of you. You had the bangs or whatever. You looked like the Evan guy off of American Horror Story. And my wife's in love with that guy. So stay the fuck away. Pardon my language. I love you. Bifocals will be coming soon. I'm drying out my contacts sooner than normal, but Yeah. Drinking experience is better. Too much head tilt with the Glen. Like this? You can... Oh, you can just tilt the... Like this, you mean? You can just tilt the glass. You know? You don't really have to tilt your head. Have I tried high proof glasses from Bourbon Real? Oh, yeah, shit, yeah. That's what those are called? He sent me a couple, which was super nice of him. Don't know where they're at. I think they're packed in a backpack from when I went to St. Louis. But yes, I love those glasses. Those are nice. I had no idea what they were though. They're called what now? High proof glasses? They're big and heavy. Nice. I know a bottle of WLW that wouldn't be on the list. I've never had WLW. I've never had a bottle of it. Do AARP memberships get you discounts on booze? You son of a bitch. No, they don't. There's sulky it to me, baby. Yeah. Austin Powers. All right, let's get to this list. We got a whole list to do. Don't spoil it, Matt, by clicking on the things you don't want to click on. Or whatever. Oh, here. They're in a different area. All right. Number 40. They're supposedly made for getting better nose on high-proof American whiskeys. That makes sense. The whiskey glasses do that for me. They help a lot for me. Right back at you. Cheers, Tiller. So we have coming in number 40. Again, this list is my top 40 bourbons, not ryes, but bourbons that have ever graced my possession in bottle form. If I've tasted it and not owned it, it doesn't count. Top 40 bourbons I've ever owned. Number 40. Ta-da-da-da! Old Forester, 150th anniversary. I believe Batch 2 was my favorite of the bunch. I owned Batch 2 and Batch 3, and I think the Batch 2 was my favorite. At the time when I had them, I may or may not have reviewed them. I can't remember, but I was a bit jaded, and I did not know what I had. I was a bit kind of a dick about them. Going back to them, years later, those were really damn good. Those were really, really damn good. Blended by Jackie Zykin for the 150th anniversary. Really enjoyed them. In 39th place, this is going to look like a weird flex, but it's not necessarily a weird flex because, honestly, I just don't. I mean, I love it. I love the fact that I have a bottle of it. But most people would say that this would probably make it higher on the list or lower on the list or closer to first place. But 2023 George T. Stagg. Get over here. America. Got this bottle last year for a hell of a price. Actually, it was like $2.99 I think I paid for this bottle. And then I got a discount on it. So it was under $300 out the door. Problem with it is it's definitely not the best George. I mean, and I know. This is the only bottle. I've only owned 2 bottles of BTAC ever. This was the only one I've ever been able to purchase. I did have a 2011 Thomas H. Handy that was gifted to me. Amazingly. But this is the only BTAC I've ever owned. And it just falls a bit short compared to what you think it would be. What you would want it to be. Unless, of course, I taste it right now and it blows my ever-loving friggin' mind. Let's see. By the way, I'm 40 and I'm treating myself. I'm treating myself. How could you blame me? Just a guy treating himself. Comments coming in pretty hard probably about the old GTS. Rob D, $20 super chat. Thank you, Rob. High fives all around, Rob D. Pour some single Rick CNF for your birthday. LLLF07. Is that a freaking laser code? Are we doing laser codes on the single Rick? Shit. Wonder what mine is. I wonder if that'll make the list. Thank you, Rob, for the super chat. Enjoy that single Rick CNF. It's a hell of a pour. Not sampling all 40 prescription bourbon. No, that would be bad. Big Barrel King, happy birthday. Thank you. Bob. Freaking Bob Glass is here. We have people arguing about whether or not the high proof glass is a sake glass. Loving the back and forth about that. This GTS is just not... I mean, realistically, it doesn't smell that old. Kind of reminds me of a Stag Junior, to be honest. Weird flax. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But I'm standing by it. It fades quickly. It doesn't stick to the palate. It's not overly oily. It's not doing the things in the mouth that you would love it to do. If you bought this bottle for a ton of money, you'd be very disappointed, I think. Unless you trick yourself into loving it. I think that a GTS offering should offer more than this. Just saying. I'll be back to that. Glenn's for beta male. Tyler Foster. Tyler Foster, big time alpha. You can tell by his profile picture that he is on that T, that testosterone. And he's not afraid to admit it. Any word on Jack 14? No, I've not heard a single thing. Haven't heard a single damn thing. But I haven't really talked to anyone from Jack Daniels either, so. AARP membership coming in clutch on that GTS purchase. Lucky Charms is running out of luck. Keep your head in the clouds in your mind on being a happy 40th birthday. Thank you, Scott. It's been a good day so far. Wife made me breakfast. We went on a little hike. I bowled 3 games, two-handed, left-handed, and my high score was 102. Because there's a learning curve and an awkwardness to get around. It'll come around, though. As long as my left bicep holds up, we'll be coming around. We'll be coming around the corner. Never mind. That's dumb. Sweet Cindy. Glass is a glass. It's what's inside of the glass that matters. Very astute. Very astute. One of the worst GTS batches were 7 Hills 17 or 18. 7 Hills 17 I think was the shit, right? I think 7 Hills 17 was really, really damn good. And 18 was not quite as good. I can't remember. I have not owned either of those bottles. Thank you, Thrash Daddy. Thank you. Did I take a Z-Biotic before the episode? I did not. For a good reason. Because I haven't been sent any Z-Biotics lately. I've been having to use the same box of Z-Biotics for every ad. There's a middleman between me and Z-Biotics. And the last time I asked for Z-Biotics, they told me to just use empty Z-Biotics. And I was like, I can't do that because when I empty a Z-Biotics, I throw the Z-Biotics bottle away. Because I don't hoard empty Z-Biotics bottles. So this time I learned my lesson, and I'm like, I should probably hold on to these, because if I don't... Thank you for the reminder, too. I need to shoot my Z-Biotics ad for this month. Wild Turkey Master Keep 17 bottom of the bottom. It's got to be top 5. We'll see, Paul. We will see. Love when I'm given a handy. Yikes. Oh, boy. which is why you shouldn't spend $800 on a bottle. You're right, Huckleberry. Your name says Chucky Larms, and I could have sworn it said Lucky Charms. I also think that one of my daughters might have dyslexia. And also, I might have dyslexia. How am I still sober? Because I've taken 4 sips of whiskey. So let's get back to it. Do I like Jack 10? Yeah, I need to get my hands on a bottle of this year's release, though, because I think, honestly, from the samples I received from Jack Daniels, I got the little tiny sample bottles from them. I thought the 10 was better than the 12 this year. But I don't have a bottle of the 10 to compare to the 12. So I don't know yet. Matt's favorite barrel pick was the Drums and Drams Green River. Easy choice. Yeah, you're never going to let that go. It was your fault. It was your fault. Cameron, by the way, might join me on Friday night stream. This Friday, there is going to be a fun live stream, and it's happening at the same time that normally happens. And it features a fisticuffs. And that is on Netflix. It's the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson card, and I've always wanted to do a watch party for a fight card. And this time it's on Netflix, and most people have Netflix. So I figured it's the best one to do. It's also on a Friday night, which helps. So Amanda Serrano is fighting Katie Taylor, which is a rematch of their first fight. Like, 2 of the absolute best female boxers on the planet are fighting in the co-main event. And then Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are hopefully fighting. Who knows what the hell they'll be doing, but in the main event. So that's Friday. Cameron might hop on for that, which would be cool, which would be fun. So it's going to be the first ever ADHD Whiskey Pours and Punches watch party. Toshi Bake, you son of a bitch. There might be a bottle from you on this list. We'll see. Happy birthday, Matt. Wife turned 40 last week as well, so you're in good company. Hope you're enjoying some great pours. So far, so good, Toshi. I am. Thank you for the super chat. And tell your wife I said happy birthday from another November. November, baby. 39 minutes in, and we've covered 2 of Matt's top 40. Number 38, 2020 E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof. I thought it was really good when I had it. I don't remember how good it was, but I imagine it had to be good. It had to be good. I did like it a lot. I don't remember that much about it other than I enjoyed it. And since I couldn't remember like that much about it, it couldn't have been that good, right? It couldn't have been that fantastic. But 2020 E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof hits the list number 38. That, by the way, is the only E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof I've ever owned. Fun fact, I owned 2 of them. I got 2 of them, which was weird. Coming in at number 37 is this son of a bitch. Review coming soon. Spoiler alert, friggin' love it. Knob Creek 18-year batch 3 is an oak lover's dream. If you love Russell's 15, then Knob Creek 18, given a little bit of differences, should be right up your alley. Directly up your ass. Knob Creek 18 is, I think, phenomenal. And I know some people don't like it, but I'm in the other camp. I'm, for once, in the camp of love when it comes to hit or miss whiskeys. No nuttiness. Nuts gone. Nuts replaced with oak. And Knob Creek 18, batch 3 is phenomenal. 100 proof. GTS is starting to smell pretty damn good. Let's bring it down to number 36. Number 36 on my list was a 2020 release, and it was in my top whiskeys of 2020. Doc Swinson's 15-year was a batched varietal of some of that tote whiskey, some of that supposed Beam tote whiskey, the 8.5% malted barley mash bill tote whiskey. That was a damn good bottle, and I got a second bottle. I think I drank it all. If I checked my only drams thing, I'd know for sure, but pretty sure that I finished it off because I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot. I can't help that I'm slow. It's just the way that it works. Let's go Iron Mike. Go Mike. Yeah, right? Like, everybody wants Mike Tyson to win, but Mike Tyson's 58. And if I know anything about being 20 years away from 58, listen, I know I'm fat. And I'm out of shape. So let's just replace my fat and out of shape with his 20 more years of age. Shit hurts. You get tight. Your flexibility isn't what it used to be. Your reflexes aren't what they used to be. Fast twitch muscles probably have deteriorated quite a bit. And they're going to be fighting late at night. Not great for an old person. So, I don't know. Hopefully Mike gets him out of there in the first 2 minutes. If not, then shit. But I'm not going to get too emotionally invested because the last time I did that, I swore I'd never watch another Jake Paul fight again because he beat Anderson Silva, which was a bummer. How many more should you buy? Just drink one and stash one away. Save them for other people. If they still have them in a few months, pick up more. But let other people have a shot. There's going to be more Wild Turkey 8-year 101, coming down the pipe. So I'd say that's what I did. Bought one to sip and one for a backup for some other time down the road. But shit, I'm already 40. How much further down the road is it going to get? Oh, I'm going to save it for a great day. If I left this planet and I left my wife with all this whiskey, she would hate that. She'd have to hire somebody with a good back. Wow, that George C. Stagg is hot. Speaking of hot, beef ribs. Hot dogs or hamburgers? Wrong, it's beef ribs. Smart. That's right, Corey. Valentine's babies are Valentine's babies. November babies are Valentine's babies. That's right. Let's get it on. Ooh, baby. Let's get it on. Was that batch 9? That does ring a bell. I'm not sure about that. But that does ring a bell, Cam. If so, batch 9 was killer. Yeah, it was a while ago, though. And I just don't have... There wasn't that part of me. It didn't hit the spot in my brain where I'm like, holy shit, that was ridiculous. You know what I mean? So I don't know, maybe if I had some right now, if I had a little bit right now, it might reinvigorate my memory and make it a better spot on the list. Love 18, can't find 15. Are you talking about the Knob Creek? Yeah. I'd take Knob Creek 12 to a desert island with me. Shit. It's pretty good. Can't wait for the watch party Friday. Yeah, it's going to be a whole experimental thing, right? If it goes good, then we'll start doing them on Saturdays for stuff. But I figured there's not anybody in this space that's doing it. Am I going to give technical breakdowns and, play-by-play on exactly what's happening? Absolutely. Because if you can't make it, fake it. And that's what I always say. Are you going to start an Old Forester? Nah, there's already an Old Forester out there. 40's new 30, says Tommy V. Hells yeah. Bet Mike's punch. Yeah, of course. I'm sure that it still hurts. You can't. Yeah. I would never, ever want. I would not want that man upset with me. Ever. Tyson was an elite boxer. Paul is a hack. Key word in that is was an elite boxer. Now he's 58. And yeah. Silva was 47. I think Silva was 47. Give or take a couple years. Under 50. They have pharmaceuticals these days to help. They do. I'm on some of them, which is weird. It's weird. But yeah, but I don't think any pharmaceuticals are gonna like. You can still see it when he gets out of cars and stuff. He's still a bit stiff, that Tyson. Thank you, Nathan. Noah. $5 Thank you, Noah. Super nice of you. Hells yeah. Let's get down to the next one. The next one on the list. Where were we? Doc Swinson was 36. Number 35 was a whiskey that I loved so hard. And I paired with a wonderful Alec Bradley Blind Faith. And I shot a video of it, of the pairing on a porch with my wife. And you can't really search for it on YouTube because it got banned. Not banned, but demonetized and YouTube hated it because there were cigars in it. But it's Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend number 28. I loved that bottle. That was a really damn good bottle. My first experience with Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend, and I thought it was wonderful. Thought it was really, really damn good. Number 27. Is this it? Nope. Shit, I should have had it handy. Is this it? Nope. I don't know where I put it. Nope. I just had it too. Nope. Nope. Crap. Shit, I don't know. Number 34 is Barrel King Delta. Shill, your shill, I know. Barrel King Delta I'm in love with. I've been sipping it a lot, and now I can't find it. Oh, it's right, oh my gosh, right there. America. First and only Barrel King so far to have any turkey distillate in it, and I think it is the most complex Barrel King pour to date. I love it. I love it a lot. Yeah. And it changes every time you open it, weirdly. It's MGP, it's turkey, it's glorious. When I first opened the bottle, I compared it to Discovery Series number 2 right away, because that's what it reminded me of. And it's a bit different than Discovery Series number 2, come to find out, but drastically friggin' superior to a lot of whiskeys that we have today. And I'm super thrilled to have it, and I can't wait for a lot of people to try it. Barrel King Delta is phenomenal. 112.2 proof. Weirdly, okay, people will give me shit. I enjoy that way more than this. Which sucks, because George T. Stagg should be something that is phenomenal. I hate that I like it more than that, but I also love that I love it more than that. But anyway, that's number 34 on the list, Barrel King Delta. Number 33, Russell's Reserve 13 year. I know that these also have serial numbers on them. I think mine came from 2022, late 2022, and I enjoy it a lot. At the time, I thought it was absolutely the best Russell's Reserve I've ever tasted, but then came some other bottles that we'll talk about later. Beef ribs, nuts. Oh, you were in early on the hyped fight to stop watching Chucky Alarms. Yeah, Mayweather and Pacquiao should have boxed a long time before it actually happened, that's for sure. But that's what boxing does. They don't give you the ones you want. And MMA is sort of the same way nowadays. Batch 300 is amazing. What the hell is Batch 300? Anyone camping out for this Still Austin LE on November 15th? What's the LE for Still Austin? Who wins in a boxing match? Porter the Pounder or Drummer Boy Cameron? Let me say this. We're in different weight classes. So it would never be sanctioned. But if it were sanctioned, Cameron would pummel me. But it wouldn't hurt. I just need a good one. I need one good one. But if we did YouTube Whiskey Tube Boxing, it'd give me just a good reason to get into shape. Could I ever get to Sean's weight class? No. So let's have to beat up Brandon Sprague instead. It's a joke. I love Brandon. I would never, ever. But me and Brandon could just beat up Sean together. Also a joke. Wonder who would be the best boxer on Whiskey Tube. Trev Wilson, maybe? Maybe, possibly. Thinking about it. Fred Minnick would strangle all of us at this point, that's for sure. Fred Minnick would tie us in knots. Which is hilarious and awesome at the same time. But in a boxing match, I don't know. Tony, bag of friggin' donuts. Tony, high five, thank you. A $40 super chat. Probably because I'm 40. That's really nice. Hey, birthday Matt, I have a special birthday sample to send you. Let's just say it's royal and you did not give it a favorable score on the media sample you received. Royal. We could be royal. You just had a heart. When you're not for me. We could be rulers. It's just a good song. I'll email you, so you're going to have to respond. I will, Tony, for sure. Tony, I'll definitely respond. But what? Royal. Oh, King of Kentucky? This year's King of Kentucky, 2024 King of Kentucky? Listen, if you got a different barrel, then I totally believe, because anytime I've ever tasted a King of Kentucky, it's been phenomenal. The media sample they sent, and probably Cameron can vouch for it if he was sober enough to taste it when he drank it, then possibly he can vouch for it as well. The media sample I received, terrible barrel. I don't know why they bottled that barrel to send to media, because flat and just not even remotely close to what we're used to with a King of Kentucky. But thank you, Tony, for the super chat. That's huge and awesome. Toshi Bake. Boxing is really making a strong return. As a huge UFC fan, I've also been enjoying some of the great boxing matches in the last couple of years. Tyson and Usyk too should be fun. I think Usyk's good. I think Tyson Fury is, but you know what? We've ruled Tyson Fury out before. We've said that Tyson Fury is not going to make a comeback, and he did. He came back from the verge of friggin' death and obesity. Maybe I can make a comeback from obesity. Oh, it's Delta. I've made 3 comebacks from obesity. And then obesity made 3 comebacks on me. So, me and obesity are about even. With obesity having the upper hand. Based off of our current situation. you know. In the final bout of Matt versus Obesity, Obesity is currently up on the scorecards. Batch 14 cigar blend? Holy crap. That's insane. I wish I had a room with neon lights and a wall of whiskey. Beef ribs? It's a garage. And the shelves that all this whiskey sits on, extremely cheap cubes from Walmart. And they're pushed together with the refrigerator on one side holding it up. And then they're clamped with like... I honestly don't want to take them off to show you. C-clamps, is that what they are? They seem pretty sturdy, but at the same time, very concerned about them. And yeah, the neon lights are friggin' sweet. They're LEDs. They're new. They're new. Chris Ardrey. Happy birthday. Finally opened my Russell's Reserve 15 on Friday for my 40th. It was up to life. It sure as shit does, right? How does 40 feel for you, though? That's the question. How does 40 feel for Chris Ardrey? Are you already ready to be back to 39 or no? Already? Dude, Toshi, I do this all the time. I'm late 30s, I often forget what I poured. I do that all the time. I'll pour something, I will leave the garage with it, and then 10 minutes later, I'm like, the hell is this? And who gave it to me? You know? Batch 3 on that Russell's 13. All right. Why can't you chat? I can't even chat, lol. You can chat, fine. Rare stock, batch 2, rare stash. They emailed me. I'm supposed to be getting some newer versions of rare stash. We talked. We had a conversation. I gave him my P.O. box. Didn't want to give him my home address. You know. Me versus Cameron would go a lot different than me versus Dustin friggin' Poirier. Just true. I gave him a P.O. box. Oh shit, we are far behind. We are 5 minutes behind. Because I just saw this. But it wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't. I have children bigger than you punching me. Money's on Trev for being the best boxer. Yeah. Crown apple. Typical ages of Russell's Reserve single barrels? Between 8 and... I would say between 8 and 10 years are typical. There are some older, but they're not typical. Yeah, E.H. Tater, guess who else got picked on as a kid? The dude with the tits. It's me. Can definitely vouch that it was not it, lol. The King of Kentucky. Brian, Abandoned Bourbon, said the same about the media sample barrel. I wonder if they just... I don't know. It's strange. Minical choking out with his ascot, right? It's funny, like... He's been doing jiu-jitsu for a couple years now, and... Dangerous dude now. Literally a dangerous guy. So don't fuck with Fred. Pardon my language, Mom. Mom, I'm a man. I'm 40 now. And if I want to say the F word, I'm going to do it. Just please forgive me. Oh, I wish I had a room with Matt Porter in it. Me too. If I had a room with myself in it, I would make me do so much work. I would be like, you get your ass to work and clean this room, idiot. Finishing your Slippin' Jimmy bottle, freaking delicious. Number 1 or number 2? Slippin' Jimmy 1 or 2? They're both fantastic, but just wondering. Huckleberry, $10 super chat. Thank you, Huckleberry. Let's move on to the next one on the list. We're at number 33. Shit, and we've been on over an hour. You were right. This is going slowly. 32 2, Knob Creek 15-year single barrel, 120 proof. I had one specifically in mind, and it came from the East Coast, and I cannot remember the name of the pick. It was what I blended with Wild Turkey 17 Bottled and Bond and some Redwood Empire American whiskey to win my first Blendageddon. But anyway, any of the 15-year single barrel, 120 proof Knob Creeks, a lot of those were absolutely phenomenal, and I missed them, and I wish they would come back. 32 on my list. Number 31, my bottle of 2023 Michter's 10 Bourbon. Where is it at? This also has some sort of serial number stuff happening based off of what Cameron said. My barrel number is 23D1226. I think the A ones were supposed to be the best ones, they said, but America. The D barrels is what I have, a D barrel. That was probably a bit much to pour, considering we're at number 31. Here, stay there. Stay put, you. Oh, fuck us. I mean, wow, I said the F word 3 times tonight already. That smells really good. Like, really good. Wow. I forgot how good that is. How good it smells. Shit. Alright. Still really good. Palate is a bit softer than you'd like, but it is ridiculously good. Look at the legs on this, by the way. Focus. Look. Oh, you can see them for the first time in the history of ADHD whiskey. The legs. Look at the friggin' legs on. Like, hello. Hello, what's your name, Legs? Yes. Put that there. Number 30 is the second batch from a little place that opened in 2016. Bardstown Bourbon Company Discovery Series number 2. Phenomenal. Absolutely ridiculously good. Do I have a bottle around here somewhere? Just to look at? Maybe, possibly? No, probably not. Makes sense. There's so much floor whiskey again. It's a disaster. But the Discovery Series number 2 was bonkers. And I bought the bottle, and at the time I bought Discovery Series number 2. When I bought that bottle, it was the most expensive bottle of whiskey I ever purchased. It was $130. We lived in Muskegon, Michigan, while Carissa was doing a travel nursing assignment there. I bought the bottle, and I bought the bottle solely for the purpose to shoot a review, but more importantly, to shoot my entry video for World's Top Whiskey Taster. So my entry video for World's Top Whiskey Taster, it's on the channel here, was shot using Bardstown Bourbon Company Discovery Series number 2, and smartest purchase ever made. Obviously, that worked out really well. So, a fantastic pour. I believe that that's all Kentucky bourbon in that one. All Kentucky in Discovery 2. If you ever come across Discovery 1 through 4, those are bottles that if you can afford them, you buy them immediately. You don't ask questions, except for like, is it real? And it's probably it. If it's affordable, you buy it. Number 29 on the list, we are breaking into the 20s. Stag Junior Batch 9. Realistically, could more Stag Junior bottles make this list? Like Stag Junior Batch 12? Possibly, but Batch 9 is one I remember being absolutely ridiculous. And when I did blind flights of them, Batch 9 came out on top, usually. Batch 9 was an awesome, awesome batch of Stag Junior. and it deserved to be on this list of top 40 bourbons that have ever touched my lips via bottle. Oh shit, those start at 40? Because it's been... My aches and popping noises have been happening for a bit. Like shoulder pops, knee pops, hip pops. Hip pops are the weird ones because they're the loud ones. Back cracks, weirdly. Are you from the land of mountain peaches? Very close. You talking about Palisade? Very close to Palisade, yeah. We are on that side of Colorado for sure. And we've gotten Palisade peaches. My mom actually came with me to pick Palisade peaches once. My mother and father. If you can find a bottle of Knob Creek Bourbon Rye, run, don't walk. Dave, just Dave, right there with you. What the hell's that all about? That was a release that they made just because they could do it. They're like, I heard Boo Rise. That was Cody in the meeting. It was Knob Creek's Cody. Cody's like, hey guys, turns out some people love it when you mix a bourbon and a rye together. And they were like, we have those. And Cody was like, we should do that. And they were like, good thinking, Cody. Go ahead and do it. And then he did it. And I bought it. And no. It didn't work. For me. At all. Review coming soon. Just had a 3-way single barrel bourbon skirmish. 1792 versus J.J. Bowman versus Ofo 100 proof. J.J. Bowman came out on top, but closely followed by 1791. Son of a bitch! I didn't know that was in the flight, especially considering $45 for 1792. Cheers. I think I know what you mean. But yeah, 1792, I'm guessing that's a small batch. 1792 small batch is a good pour. Every time I say the F word, I'll put my mom in timeout so she can't ridicule me. Knob 18 and 15, a Knob Goblin. I like Knob 18 more than 15, but I do like 15. Fred is an Army veteran as well. Absolutely he is. I respect that man a lot. Cam asks, is it the A batch? No, it was the D batch. We already talked about it. The D batch. Biatch. Discovery 2 equals awesome? Hell yeah, it is. No floor whiskey 2024. I'll have to get some more shelves. Thanks, Cheech. What's up? Thank you, Cheech. Thank you. Thank you. Ancient Cave. I tried some of that stuff at Ben Holiday, and I don't know. Jeff says Fusion 2 is still one of my all-time favorites. That's interesting, Jeff. That's freaking interesting. I might have an unopened Fusion 2 for you. I might. Matt's entry video. They said to keep it to 60 seconds, and I was like, sure thing. Then I shot a 30-minute video and tried to edit it down to 60 seconds, and it was like 2 minutes long. Tater, I can get you a Disco 1? Email me, ADHDwhiskey@gmail.com, Tater. Thank you, Kevin. Huge miss. Casey Bourbon Rye was a huge miss. Yeah, I haven't heard any, not a lot of good things about it. My mom says, if you put me in timeout, I'll just go to my room. You're not the boss of me. I love you, Mom. Early fusions were awesome. Yeah, little old, little new. Older Barton, 11 to 12 year, yeah. I have, let me see, I want to show you a bottle I got, guys and gals. Hold on, give me 1 second. Will it be worth the wait? Probably not, but it might be. Hold on. I don't even know what batch it is, but I just want to go look. Give me a second. I said, give me a second. It's probably not even, it's probably number 4 or 5. Shit, I don't know. But still, give me a second. I haven't looked to see which one it is yet, but so in 2020, I won the title World's Top Whiskey Taster, and then in 2021, they invited me back to be a judge, and then I tasted alongside Fred Minnick, and he saw how slow I was at tasting and laughed. It was funny. But I got this bottle. It's a Fusion, but they engraved it with my name and the date on it. It's the World's Top Whiskey Taster, December 11th, 2021. So I was a judge for that. Shit. I was way off. Number 6. That's a number 6. Focus. Not a number... I was thinking probably number 3 or 4. Number 6. Holy shit. Huh. That's wild. I obviously didn't open that bottle. It's kind of sentimental. Maybe open that one day. Who knows? I haven't heard anything about the Calumet 18. And from what I heard, I don't know if Calumet is even making whiskey anymore. I don't know. All right. Where is my hide current comment? Ophidian, you son of a bitch. $20 super chat. Thank you. Happy birthday, Matt. You've given me so much joy over the years. You deserve all the best. Is it Ophidian? I feel like since I deserve to pronounce your name right one of these days. Thank you for the super chat. And you guys give me joy, honestly. I have no idea what I would be doing if it wasn't for you guys. This is amazing that everyone, I don't know. It's a strange, weird thing, and I can't even describe how important every single one of you are to me. I mean that. It's ridiculous. I'm sitting in front of a computer and a camera talking to people, some of whom I've never met, and it's a silly, ridiculous thing. But I don't take it for granted, and I enjoy every single second of it, and I can't say thank you enough. I mean it. Porter pick still. Is that this one? More floor whiskey. I just have shit everywhere. How come every time someone says whiskey, I just have it in front of me? Unless that's the one I don't have. Oh no, this is it. Is this the one you're talking about? My Bardstown blend. I didn't put this one on this list, although maybe it deserves a spot just for shits and gigs. It's a Burai. Heavy cork too. Nice. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. You'd be famous on TV at this point. I don't know if that's even something that would be fun to be on TV. Maybe if I was on like American Nose Pickers or something. Well, I don't know. That was a bad joke. Number 28 on the list is Bing Sam Houston 15 year. Love the bottle so much. It's Old Barton. Some batches were better than others, but ridiculously good. Sam Houston 15 year. I see some of them on shelves still. Still on shelves in places. If you love a good oaky Barton bourbon, Sam Houston 15 year, 100 and right around 100 proof. So good. Number 27 from the Jim Beam Distillery. This one is a bit of a dusty bugger. Knob Creek 2001. This was released in, what year was it? Maybe 2014 or 2015. But it was like a 14-year Knob Creek blend. And if you can still find, the last one that I bought was maybe 2 years ago. I found one on a shelf. I don't think secondary is very high on them. I wouldn't imagine they are. But I get a really good, strong, dusty note on that, and absolutely love Knob Creek 2001. So good. Number 26, Four Roses Limited Edition 2022. One hell of a bottle. A lot of Four Roses bourbons I really enjoy, like the single barrels, and that's the only limited edition I've ever got. They're not, they're like, how do you word it? They're so good, but they're not like, they don't stand out in a way where you're like, this is the bottle that everybody should taste. They're just super solid, fantastic, wonderful, great bourbons, but they're not the ones, in my opinion, from what I've tasted, that are the ones that stand out above a crowd. There's nothing about them that, there's no one thing about them that's spectacular. They're just overall rounded and good. They're not over oaked. They're not over sweet. They're not over spicy. They're not overproof. They're not underproof. They're just well-rounded, fantastic bourbons. And the Four Roses 2022 limited edition I got was damn good. And hopefully I get another bottle of the, a future release. 25. Calumet 16 year, which was my 2022 bourbon of the year, I believe. I can't help it. Calumet 16 year is damn good. And they still sit on shelves. They're just there. $150. They're just super solid. 103 proof, I believe. 16-year Barton. Hell of a good bourbon. The problem is they're still on shelves. So like the FOMO or like the problem, like if there was a one and done thing, I think it'd be even more impactful, but the fact that you can still get it makes it less special, which is weird but true. Weird but true. Your Bar Blend traded $250 yesterday. That's pretty cool. They were $200 MSRP, so that's crazy. That they were that high priced. That's weird. Where did that happen at? Was it on some like Facebook group or what? That's funny. There wasn't very many of those bottles. 200 maybe? Oh, got another kid. Another kid looking for attention. 1 second. Interrupting my birthday stream. So Carissa's at bowling league. She should be done actually very soon. But our youngest daughter just came downstairs and she's like, I just really like when you're not live streaming and when you can give cuddles. She's the best. Like, don't guilt me. Don't guilt me. I'm a cuddle monster all day. All day. Just need a couple hours to hang out with my friends. But she guilted me. Now I feel bad. Eric, happy birthday, Matt. Sipping on Barrel King 77 MP for you. Today is also my buddy's 40th. He's also a Matt. Holy shit. Thank you. 77 MP almost made the list. I didn't want to put 2 Barrel Kings on the list because I didn't want to be called a shill twice. But 77, I did a blind the other night, and by the other night I mean last night, of some of my favorite Barrel King offerings, discluding Delta, because I knew that one was phenomenal, and I wanted to taste Cherry Cola versus Batch to the Future versus Magnificent 7 versus 77, and what was the other one? There's another one. But anyway, Batch 77 was on top by quite a bit. But thank you for the 1111 super chat. That's super cool. I bought a backup of Calumet 16 after one pour. I don't at all think that's a bad idea. It's a very good idea. Dr. Will Franklin won. The first one. The first Dr. Will Franklin. Happy birthday, Matt. My brother Justin, with an E, Franklin, and I really enjoyed spending time with you at Barrel King Delta Blending Day. Dude, thank you for being there. That was a fun day. That was a really fun day, and hopefully you enjoyed the final result of it. It turned out really good. I enjoyed that day a lot. Watching Jared run around like a crazy magician was fun. Cuddles, I know, right? Okay, let's move on. Where was my last pour? What did I pour? Here it is. It's got to be... Don't tell me. Oh, that's the Michter's. Oh, yeah. Shit, that's good. What is this bottle? Oh my gosh. I have a table full of sample bottles and garbage next to me. It's a really rickety old table that came from Michigan. And just sitting on it was this. And I didn't even realize that it was there. It's the Woodford Very Fine Rare Bourbon. This is a good-ass bottle. Oh, man, that smells good. I'm going to have to indulge in that at some point. I wonder if this should have made the list. This was a gift from Dan and Julie. The first time we visited them, it was sitting in their guest room as a gift when we arrived. That was an awesome gift. I can't believe that was just sitting there staring at me for months, maybe? I'll put it back there so I don't drink it all. Let's just forget about it again. Okay. Where are we? Banners. What did we just do? Calumet 16. Number 24. Elijah Craig Barrel Proof C920. One of the best batches. And the last great batch of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. This is Elijah Craig Toasted Rye. That's not what I'm talking about. That's hot trash. Pardon my language. And no offense. You can say anything if you say no offense before it or after it, right? America. C920 is a ridiculous whiskey. This was my 2020 bourbon of the year. 132.8 proof. I feel like they knew it was going to be the last great one, and they just went all out, and they were like, we'll make it really good, and then come January, we're going to piss everybody off a lot. Wow. Coming in at number 23. This is a sample I sent Cameron a while back, and my bottle is empty now, but thanks to the glorious Tommy D, I have a backup bottle, and when I open that one, Tommy, I'm sending you some of it. Wild Turkey Diamond. A ridiculously good bottle. Another bottle with some hidden dusty library butterscotch notes. Wild Turkey Diamond is a phenomenal bottle, and super happy to have one and a backup, which is about to get opened very soon. Because it has got to. Number 22. I don't know the laser code on it, but Russell's Single Brick House Camp Nelson F. Last year's release. It was in my top 5, I believe, for Whiskey of the Year last year. An overall fantastic expression from Wild Turkey. And damn, was I surprised when I opened it and tasted it. That was one of those where you're like, you don't know what to expect. And for the price, it was like $330. Crazy price. The second most expensive bottle of bourbon I ever purchased. The most expensive bottle at the time. So I was expecting to be disappointed, but turns out, hello, phenomenal. Thank goodness. So good. Let's see. I still have a bottle of the C920. I'll have a pour. Yeah, hell yeah. Do it. when you try C920 and earlier, it reminds you of what it used to be, what Elijah Craig Barrel Proof used to be. I've never owned a Pyro bottle. The earliest bottle of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof I've ever owned was shit. Comfortably, I'm pretty sure that I owned something from 2017, but to be comfortably honest, because B517 won the Whiskey of the Year from that one place that they put the tag on it. And then C917. I think I had a C917, I'm pretty sure. I may have had an A1. You know what? I'm pretty sure that at one point I had all the 17 series. But I've never owned a bottle, the pirate bottles from before, like the 16s, never owned those. But I can tell you from experience that from 2017 through 2020, those batches were different than 2021 through current. Even C923, which gets rave reviews, if you have a bottle of C920, put it next to C923. Put them next to each other. And you will quickly realize that there's a Mike Tyson, Jake Paul thing happening. There's like someone's about to get sunned. And it's not the young guy. Probably a bad example. But they're just different. Wow. Why is that so tart? I keep getting this tartness off C920 that I don't remember from the past, but it was there. It's like a purpley tart fruit that's remarkable. It's great. I think it's probably too early to do any impersonations without getting backlash or to start conversation in chat. Therefore, I will not. The only acceptable impersonation that I will do for the foreseeable future is that of one Conor McGregor. But the time has to be right. Jimmy Copeland, what the hell is that all about? Dude, Jimmy, thank you. That's huge. Happy birthday, brother. Huge like you. If people were sized by super chats, you are a $100 super chat, and Cameron is a Canadian penny. Thank you, Jimmy. That's super generous, and I appreciate the hell out of you. Jimmy, responsible for Russell's Reserve 13 last year and Jack Daniel's 12 year last year. Those bottles were gifted to me from Jimmy, and that just goes to show how generous he is. What a guy. Noah, happy birthday. What are your 3 favorite movies? Oh shit, I'm terrible at these questions. Really bad at these questions. Because I'll give you an answer and then I'll immediately regret that answer. But Independence Day, Forrest Gump, and I already regret my answers. Big Lebowski. And I won't take any of those back because I can't, because I already said them. But if I had to give you a different list, I would. But those 3 are pretty damn good movies. Independence Day, solid. Forrest Gump, I gotta find Bubba. You know, we don't gotta worry about money no more. One less thing. Independence Day, punch, poof, welcome to Earth. By the way, Mom, if you're still in chat, I think you lied to my wife and said that the last movie we watched in theaters was Land Before Time, and that is incorrect. I forced you and Dad to bring me to watch Independence Day when it came out in 1993 or 1994, whatever year it came out. We definitely went and watched that action thriller. Another Noah P. Happy birthday. What are your 3 favorite movies? Did I just not? No, you gave me, how many minutes did you give me between 9:04 and the same minute? Thank you, Noah, for this. I'm so sorry. I feel like I should answer it differently now. My new favorite 3 movies are... Crap, I already forgot the ones that I was going to replace Independence Day and Forrest Gump with. Because I said Big Lebowski, and I was like, shit, there are... Yeah, we'll stick with it. We'll stick with the 3. It wasn't the San Francisco Awards. It was, gosh, dang it. World Whiskey, no. I can't remember. Whiskey Advocate, Whiskey of the Year, was B517, I believe. Was Russell's Year 15 a one-time release or annual? I don't know if they're doing that again or not. Nice marmot. I'll get you a toe, dude. Elf is a good movie. I love Elf. Favorite Christmas movie, though, is The Night Before with Seth Rogen. I'm waiting on a 69-cent super chat with a question about Porter's Dickel Tabasco ETA. Oh my gosh, Ricky Bobby. Talladega Nights is a fantastic movie. That's such a good movie. He knew you would regret the first 3 movies, right? Ferris Bueller's Day Off it's definitely a movie. The Ferris Bueller's Day Off is a movie that you watch on... Was it on Comedy Central all the time, or was it on, like... It was on one of those channels all the time. Hey, do you want to watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off with 75 commercials? Right this way. Coach with AQ, happy birthday, Matt. Can't thank you enough for all the great content. Over the past few years of watching your videos, I've learned that my palate lines up pretty close to yours, so I appreciate all the recommendations. That's great. That's what you got to do when you're watching reviews, is you have to figure out who likes the same shit you do, no matter what they're reviewing. If they're reviewing vehicles, or cellular phones, or whiskey, or vibrating pleasure devices, you have to find out who enjoys the same thing you do, and then, go with them. Find the person who enjoys the same sort of thing.
Sounds like your vibrator.
I love that clip. It's a good clip. Thank you for the super chat. That's a crazy, generous super chat. What's up, Matt Decker? Friggin' Matt Decker. That rug really did tie the room together, Jeff. Jeff, we should get together at some point and have some pours or something. Because I think you're local, and we should definitely do that. What number are we on? I was going to try to get this done before Chris got home from bowling, because I was hoping that there would be another birthday gift tonight. A little bit too much information, but also not a lie. Number 21, Jack Daniel's Coy Hill Barrel House 8. The newest Coy Hill is ridiculously good. If you can get your hands on one, I've tried 2 different barrels now. Thank you to Dwayne and Zoe Clow. There was one local to me, but my store didn't sell them to me. Jerks. But they're not jerks. They're really, really nice. And I love them. Just happened to get there late. But I was also there on time. Story for a different day. But Dwayne and Zoe Clow got a backup and sold it to me for what they bought it for. So thank you. And I love it. Barrel House 8. If you can get your hands on one, super good. This one, number 20, is not a bourbon. Shit. I forgot to delete this off the list because this was supposed to be a bourbon-only list, but it's not, because Old Carter American Whiskey Batch number 4, which was my 2020 Whiskey of the Year, is coming in at number 20. Oh, that batch was all the things. Sweet, savory, almost hazmat. Just one of my favorite pours of all time. I love that bottle. Batch 4. And that was a gift from Dan and Julie. Like, I did a birthday stream. That's hilarious. I did a birthday stream from a hotel room, waiting for World's Top Whiskey Taster, and I had that bottle hand delivered to me from somebody from Justin's House of Bourbon hand delivered that bottle to me at the hotel from them. That was they're the most generous people. 19 Bardstown Discovery Series number 3. I almost opened my only bottle of that tonight, and then I decided that we'll open that on my 43rd birthday, or maybe tomorrow. But Bardstown Discovery Series number 3, fantastic. Just like the 1 through 4, like I said, they're all so good. I wish that those were still out there to be found. It was MGP in Kentucky blended together, and it was ridiculous. Number 18, the spring release in 2019 of the old Fitzgerald Decanter 13 year. I won this bottle that I had in one, like a raffle thing on the old Facebook raffles you pick the lottery number that you think is going to come up, Powerball or Fireball or something. And it was one of the first ones of those I ever did. Probably only entered 5 of those in my whole life. But one of the very first ones, number 1 or number 2, I won an Old Fitz 13 year decanter for very cheap. And it blew my mind. That was the first Old Fitz decanter I ever had, and one of my favorite. Wish we could go back and taste that again. Comment section. I'm up for it. Hell yeah, Jeff. Nux. Not sure if I'm a pigskin fan, but I really enjoyed that blocked kick. Hell yeah, blocked kick. Way to go, defense. I don't necessarily ever I don't watch football. I just don't. I grew up in an area where there wasn't a nearby team, like a professional team, and my school was too small to even have a high school football team, so I didn't play it and didn't watch it. More of a basketball and baseball fan. I looked on the hang tag on the A120. It's Whiskey Advocate. They still put the 2017 Whiskey of the Year on the 2020 releases. That's pretty solid move. I don't blame them. R.I.P. Old Carter. Yeah. Tomorrow is in like an hour and 45 minutes. That's funny. Mr. William Bacon Blanton. Happy birthday. 11/12. That's a good birthday. A razzle, that's what it is. A razzle. The Nimrods. The Nimrods are the shit. The Nimrods. They're in the UP. Which high school is it? No. The Nimrods. Waters Meet Nimrods? No. Norway? No, not Norway. I'm trying to think of what high school in the Upper Peninsula is the Nimrods. Can't put my finger on it. Is it Waters Meet? Did I literally nail it? Did I nail it? Oh! If that's true, if I said Waters Meet and it's actually Waters Meet, that is a phenomenal guess. But I was not from Waters Meet. More central UP. By the way, yesterday was the anniversary of the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. If you don't know the story of the Edmund Fitzgerald, then YouTube the song. The song will touch your heart, and then you will look into the story. It was an iron ore freighter that sank in Lake Superior in November Oh shit, I can't remember the year. The 70s, was it? Legend lives on from a chip on down to the big lake they call Get Your Goomy. It's just a good song. But sad because people died. 29 of them, unfortunately. Where could you have possibly grown up without a football team? Hawaii? No, Upper Michigan. The Upper Peninsula of Michigan. My graduating class, I think, had 28 people in the graduating class. If not 28, then no, there was less, for sure less than 40, between 28 and 35 kids in our graduating class. And some of them were girls. And others didn't want to play football. And even if they did, it wouldn't matter. Because we had to play other schools with as many kids, and they didn't want to play football. Shit, I nailed the Waters Meet Nimrods. Hey, you know what? Hit me with other Upper Michigan high schools, and I'll see if I can guess their mascot. This is a fun game. Upper Michigan high schools, I'll see if I can name their mascot. Where can we send samples for announced Wednesday? I have a P.O. box in the description of all my videos. 1976? 75? Okay. Waters Meet Nimrods. Shit. Pretty good. You would be correct, Chucky Larms. The UP is ice from October through April. Every year. 35-foot seas on Freshwater Lake. Insane. Yeah. Forest Park. Trojans? Forest Park. But it's not just Forest Park. The school goes by something Forest Park. Forest Park. Shit. Escanaba Eskimos. Iron Mountain. Iron Mountain, home of high school of Steve Mariucci and Tom Izzo. The Iron Mountain... Shit, I should know this one. Why don't I know Iron Mountain's mascot? That's weird. It'll come to me probably. It might. Ishpeming Hematites. Ishpeming Hematites. Can't find the Magnus cigar video. You've got to go through my videos. The thumbnail is me and my wife sitting on a porch smoking cigars. The school is also referred to as Forest Park. Crystal Falls. Yes, Crystal Falls. Shit. That definitely makes sense. And I still can't think of their mascot. I should know it. Bobcats, huh? Weird. All right, let's get back into the list. I'll still take UP schools. That'd be a good Jeopardy question. Upper Peninsula High School mascots for 100. Number 17, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Batch C918. I think that is my favorite batch of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof ever. I think I did the flights. I think I came up with that was my favorite one. Pretty sure. Number 16, Jack Daniel's 12-year batch number 1, which is a far cry from batch number 2. And by far cry, I mean batch number 2 is a far cry from batch number 1. Batch number 1 was ridiculously good. Batch number 1 hits every level. It's a phenomenal bourbon. Jack Daniel's 12-year batch 1 is ridiculous. 107 proof, 12-year plus Jack Daniel's whiskey. It's the nose, the palate, it's all there. Number 15. Some of you may have heard of this. Some of you probably haven't. But a distillery in the Detroit area, Valentine Distillery, has a label called Mayor Pingree. And their 13-year black label was a blend of MGP, bourbon, 13-year age statement, and it was amazing. I believe it was around 120 proof, maybe a little bit less. But an absolute bonkers bottle of bourbon. I think Jason from the Mash and Drum still has a bottle of it that is opened, but he has one. Mine, I've digested. Number 14, another MGP whiskey, but not a current one. This one was from Smoke Wagon, their Desert Jewel. By the way, the Black Label 13-year bottle that I had was via Michael Klein, a genuinely amazing person. Smoke Wagon Desert Jewel was a gift from DC, and that was a fantastic pour. If you haven't ever watched my Smoke Wagon Desert Jewel video, it was a fun one because it was the only video that I ever had our bearded dragon in, who I nicknamed Smoke Wagon when we lived in Connecticut. So Smoke Wagon Desert Jewel video, not a lot of people watch the video, but is one of my favorites because they got to play with the camera a bit and play with the bearded dragon. And I love bearded dragons. Boo? What are you booing? You and Trout Creek? Shit. You and Trout Creek. See, I know all... I'm out Mountaineers. Damn it. Yeah, that's a great... Trojans was 100% right. It's not bad. I bet you never thought I would get the Ishpeming Hematites either, but that one was easy. My college roommate was from Marquette, Michigan. What is their mascot? The Marquette, Michigan mascot was recently changed because it was the Redmen. Marquette, Michigan Redmen. But that, of course, was recently disputed and I think voted on and changed. If it wasn't changed, then I think it's just the Marquette, Michigan team now. I'm not sure. But they were the Redmen. Even Trout Creek. Damn, another one I should know. Sean's booing me. Sean is the only 40-year-old with his car in his picture. He's not... they're not the Fighting Trouts. Oh my god, I was going to say Panthers. Oh, why didn't I say it? I was going to say it, and then I didn't say it. Because I wasn't... That one was very not sure about it. I could have said it, though. And then... That would have been a long shot guess for me. But it would have been... Bam. I would have looked so smart. Would have been the first time in my life I would have looked so smart. Fighting Trouts. That's funny. Number 13 is Kentucky Owl Bourbon Batch 10. The last batch of bourbon that Dixon Dedman blended for Kentucky Owl. And just an absolutely gangster pour. Bourbon Batch 10 Kentucky Owl. Number 12 was a fall 2019 release from Heaven Hill. This, I believe, was a gift from DC also. A 15-year Old Fitzgerald bottled and bond decanter. Crazy. Crazy good how some of those weeded Heaven Hill products age and just mature and turn into nature's nectar, you know? The Old Fitz 15-year, I missed that bottle. Those are fun bottles to review. Funny thing, the Old Fitz 15-year that DC sent me, that bottle had the tightest cork in it that I've ever seen in my life. Once that bottle was empty, actually it wasn't even empty, I poured the rest of it into a different bottle because I started the Old Charter project with YouTube. And I sent Dan and Sean that bottle, and they couldn't believe how tight the cork was. They were like, what is this? It was so tight. Like their, what do you call it? The tolerances for how wide the cork was, they were off on that one because she barely fit. That was number 12. Appalachian State is not in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, but Gwynn Model Towners. The Gwynn Model Towners. The Old Fitz 15 was Amaze Balls. You sent me a sample of that on probably the first stream we ever did together with Birthday Bourbon 2012. Way to be a spoiler, Cameron. But yeah, that was really good. Bingo, weirdest mascot I've ever heard of. Who's she talking to? My wife have company? Oh, her sister. I'm not showing the sister. Guys, settle down. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the model, yeah. Gwyn Model Founders. I actually I had an auto shop class in Gwyn. So I did like some special thing where for half of the day I left my school and went to Gwyn to do auto shop. North Dickinson? Don't know. I don't know that one. Wow, just banging around. Hold on. Did they do tequila shots again? No, they were a bowling league. I cannot fix your carburetor. They're not the Fighting Dickinsons. Yeah, putting away some dishes, right? Jeez Louise. Ding, schling, bing. All right, which one were we at? We are almost done. We've been live for 2 hours, so let's get this party unstarted. I haven't had, the last thing I had was, this is the, ECBP. Yeah, that's the one. Are we in top 10 yet? No, we're on number 11. Number 11 has a tight tie to Cameron from Drums and Drams as well. Number 11 is my favorite finished whiskey of all time. Number 11 is Bardstown Bourbon Company Copper and King's Apple Brandy collaboration. They did 2 of them. One of them in their old style bottle and one of them in their new style bottle. This one is their new style bottle. It's like 13-year or 12-year MGP, finished in a Copper and King's Apple Brandy cask, and it is wow. The apple brandy on it is so subtle, but with the MGP, it was magic. And I had a bottle of it, and then when I first met Cameron, he sold me one, I was able to get one from him for basically what he paid for it, which was a super gangster move on his end. And they came with googly eyes. Googly-eyed. And I told myself I wasn't going to open it. I was going to save it for a different time. And then I opened it and drank it all. Because it was good. You only live once, right? Number 10 on my list is my favorite Bardstown Bourbon Company Discovery Series of all time, number 4. I thought the number 3 was my favorite. And then I went back and I rewatched some of my stupid videos and learned that when they went side to side, head to head, number 4 was better than number 3.
I got a pin.
You got a pin for what?
A 175.
Oh, you got a 175. I didn't get a pin yet.
It was a while ago.
She got a pin. That's my wife. 175 game. That's awesome. I'm proud of you. You're good. It's made in China.
Trina just got that all 3 games today, but whatever.
Well, maybe she'll get a pin.
Where are you going?
That's cool. I want a pin. I think I got 0 pins. I'm almost done. I'm on number 10 out of 40.
Jeez.
I'm going to hurry up. I love you.
Do you want me to put that away?
No, I'll put it away.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go upstairs then.
Okay. I'll see you up there. know what I mean? See up there? Number 9 on my list. Someone said top 5. It didn't quite make top 5. And number 9, number 8 could be flip-flopped probably. Number 9 on my list is Wild Turkey Master's Keep 17-year bottled and bond. This is how much of that I have left. Damn it! Nothing. Gone. Ugh. Still smells like... Smells like when you were single and dating and you had a girl spend the night and then she left the next morning, but you still smelled her pillow for 3 nights. It smells like your one-time lover's pillow. A little bit. Just smells, you know. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean. Number 8 is a release from this year. It is Russell's Reserve 15-year, coming in at number 8. A ridiculously good bourbon. My favorite Wild Turkey bourbon of all time. So far. So far. I'll shoot 10 to 1 in about 30 seconds. Yeah, it's probably, then I'll be like, oh. I'll let you know. Never mind. I was going to make a comment and then I didn't. Maybe for a different time. Where does decades rank on your list of... I only had a sample of decades, so I can't really say. If you know someone that goes over to Japan often, they can find... I don't. I do not. I know 0 people who go to Japan often. Unless they go to Japan often and don't tell me. Number 7 on my list was the very first release of Jack Daniel's Coy Hills, the Coy Hill Single Barrel. That is number 7 on my list. That was the first time we tasted anything from Coy Hill at Hazmat. We were shocked that they released it and sold it. And it was insane. It was an insane whiskey. A literal insane whiskey. Wow. And then, number 6, they came out with an even more insane whiskey. The small batch. Some of those proofs were in the 150s. 375 milliliter bottle, but an absolute pleasure and an absolute... It's like liquid dynamite in your mouth. And I just would love the explosion in my mouth. It was very... What a crazy thing for Jack Daniels to release. A 150 plus proof, crazy flavored, small batch, basically bourbon. Wow. What a good bottle. Number 5 is Kentucky Owl Bourbon Batch number 9. This was a gift from Toshi Baker. I've owned 3 bottles of this. And when this one's gone, there'll probably be no more. But, has this had whiskey in it? It has. Not only is the whiskey in this glass, in this bottle sentimental, or not a way to friggin' bury the lead or spoil the lead or whatever you call it. Not only is the bourbon phenomenal, but sentimental as well. That glass smells like a dishwasher. Well, it smells like Cascade Complete Plus. Not ruined that. Down the hatch. Wow. I don't know if Dixon ever said what was in those bottles. If it was Barton or whatever it was. But he had his hands on some barrels. And batch 9 is the earliest bottle of Kentucky Owl that I've ever owned. I've tasted batch 8 and batch 7. And part of me wants to say that I tasted maybe even batch 2 at some point. Maybe a sample of batch 2, but I could be wrong. But this just holds a lot of sentimental value. It's when Kentucky Owl was Kentucky Owl and not owned by not Kentucky Owl. So, sentimental bottle. I have a couple of the ryes too. I have batch 3 and batch 4 rye, which also holds a special spot in my heart, but the bourbon is ridiculous. Number 4. We're getting to number 4. Top 5 stuff. Your review of Kentucky Owl Batch 9 is still one of my favorite reviews ever. Your tasting notes were fantastic. That was an early video. That was 2019, I think. Kentucky Owl 9 bang. Shout out to ADHD Fishing. Love Kentucky. It was ADHD Fishing too at the time. That's funny. I just had an issue with the price of Kentucky Owl 9. They were ahead of their time. They were ahead of their time. That makes sense. I know. And there's is the 8 still there too, Thrasher? Is the Kentucky Owl 8 still there as well? Man. I need to come across $300. Maybe I need to sell something to myself. Like some blood. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I did a 1 ounce Wednesday on the Takumi. I can't remember what I thought about it, actually. Can't remember what I thought about it. Number 4. Number 4 is going to be a surprise because you would think that the sister bottle of this, the one that was already on the list, would have been better, but